EA Sports. It's in the game. There's no doubt about it now. This guy has to be in the All-Madden team.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They take
I gotta do some research on how to monetize on which social media pay the most monetization, and start trying to get paid off what we do daily.
Go and shut the up, just let me talk. I'm a time bomb that's waiting to go
And also, we gotta figure out how to make money. Oh, my since you got 1,000 people because of the day. Yeah. You got 1,000.
Try harder, but either way they gon' paint you the villain. 8 months with no phone, dog. We aiming for brilliance. High level maintaining the building. We making a killing. Alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. A wise man told me that silence never betrayed him. Keep your mouth shut.
Anyway, I want to do whichever one do the most monetization of.
Often creates them. The motor mouth is usually causing mayhem. Little tune, flow sinister, I'ma finish him. Many men gon' need ministers, I'm aiming them. Enemies, I'm the enema. I'm a on them, just like my keys, drop my on the dinner work. My thoughts I keep confidential, it's consequential for life.
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
No, I just ran away from it, so I didn't get it.
Now a play fake here on first down. They're looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Hassan Reddick.
Oh, I see. You didn't even have to do that yourself.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting.
Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And the Ravens will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Another run here with Dobbins. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Lamar Jackson, for all the talents of escaping pressure that he possesses, he was helpless to do much of anything there. He had no chance. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
Tight ends just use their size and their strength, trying to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. And that's this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field. Brings up 4th. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
Wide open.
So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 23 yards on the tuck and run. Here we go now on 1st and goal. Here's Hurts to throw.
Yes, I heard that was me.
He's taken down.
I know that was me. I saw him the whole time.
Making his presence felt there in the backfield.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
On 2nd and goal, Hurts. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
A partner guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
Nice job understanding the situation. 3rd and long, kept the play in front of them and made the tackle. They gave up a good chunk of yardage, but it does force a 4th down.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And all the gamble fails. It's incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Ravens come up big down at their own goal line. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. That's going to be caught. It's James Crochet finding space at the 40. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game. And they hit that one there for big yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And across the midfield, stripe into Eagle territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Here's Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
What part of the empty set there? No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit.
It's a good defensive game.
And fumble the ball.
It's going to be a good one. It's going to be a doozy.
On 1st down, Hurts. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Throwing again on 2nd down. Hurts. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Eagles take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Killing yourself, B.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick.
That's 6 points for hurt you now. Let's go 7 when you hurt.
And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens.
Now at the
40. A 2nd quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 14 yards that time, but a first down on the keeper. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Hassan Reddick coming through with a stop there and a tackle for loss to boot. And they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Jackson now. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They'll set up to throw. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Eagles defense able to hold. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. Throwing is Hurts. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. Hurts fumbles it.
Oh, you lucky you get that. Yeah, your turn. Yeah, your turn. Get that.
We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. Got to secure it.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Hurts. Open man, he's got him. That's Smith for the Philadelphia touchdown.
It's all right. I can come back. Remember that last time I came back.
Smith, an 11-yard touchdown. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Let's walk you down.
And now they're going to fake it. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them to do that?
What was that? Maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hole, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
It was good.
And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Think about it.
That's sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick.
A truly all-around great effort against the pass today. First an interception, now getting to the quarterback for the first time in this contest. I think offensively, they just forgot to prepare for him or simply overlooked him in getting ready for this one. Either way, a big mistake, and he's making them pay for it.
Oh, he dropped it.
This pass is going to wind up incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
I thought that was a completed pass until he came in and forced the ball from his hands. Not only did he make a nice play, he brings up 4th down.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown.
He had the ball. Wow.
Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, 38 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So that pretty conclusively, I might add, shows you the perils of going for it and not making it on 4th down. One play, touchdown.
Yeah, and I've got to put this on the man in charge, the head coach. He made the decision to go for it. To me, punting was the only decision to make. And it backfired in a big way.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling into whether you want to blitz.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just is not under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Well, that's complete to the fullback Ricard. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Get fast. Oh my God, I'm gonna pitch it to his time.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly... And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. It's certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here, as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Hurts sets up to throw it. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Partner, even I can figure out who deserves the lion's share of credit for their lead right now, because he has been terrific in a dual threat role, really chewing up yardage and getting them points with his legs. Simply put, that defense has had no way of stopping him, and that's why his side is on top.
And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. They'll look to throw here. And take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
I do when the opponent's so slow and also fast.
Jalen Hurts with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field.
He might be on rookie.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. It's caught inside the 5. And he gets in. But no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
I am all through.
Our whole lives, you put on the 3-yard line, kick the extra point. Do you 15 and put it on the 15 to kick the extra point. 2016, they said, we're leaving it there. So if you want to fake it, that's a long way to go. And they got it done.
I was going to say they had a 15-yard play in their back pocket.
You don't see that in too many play sheets, do you?
No. Yeah, you got to wait until that ball goes 10 yards. They did not. They hit it before, and that draws the flag every time.
And there's no doubt in my mind that converting an onside kick has never been tougher in the NFL with the new rules.
That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kaiser White. Spinning away. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
To throw again on second down. Hurts. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Ravens are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Well, still throwing here with a big third-quarter lead, but that time this defense gets a measure of revenge.
One of the few positive moments they've had on either side of the football, really. Things have definitely not gone their way, but maybe their offense can seize on this and put some points on the board.
And now a pass dumped off to his running back, and he's able to get up here to the 26.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh, my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
And he can't get rid of it.
I ran right into him.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They'll look to throw. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. 4th down, here's Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this 3rd quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick-6 is exactly what they had it. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Ravens offense getting set and ready for this next drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the gun, it's Jackson. But his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Darius Slay with a pick. The Eagles are going to take possession of the football. And right about now, you start to think, and maybe you're starting to think, gosh, maybe points aren't going to happen for us in this game.
Well, it's a thought that is worth having because so far in this game, this defense has not just had the upper hand. They've appeared to be a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps, to everything they've done. They've had an answer for everything this offense has thrown at them.
They go play action with Hurts.
Yeah, I see about to come running that way. No, get out of here.
Patrick Queen got in there to stick him. He gets the sack.
I get that line nigga moving.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And that's complete to Sanders. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Back to throw. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Quez Watkins, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory. Elliott on for the extra point.
Are you freaking out?
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he'll be out of bounds well short of the goal line. So the attempt at the fake extra point unsuccessful.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number 1, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number 2, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
Inches?
They'll try to draw here with Dobbins. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Jackson from the shotgun. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now it's Jackson. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. 2nd time he's fumbled in this game. Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one.
Uphill. I mean, uphill is speed.
So the decision to challenge does not pan out, and that's also going to cost him a timeout. Now Jackson on 1st down. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Another try after the 1st down sack. Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. He's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield.
Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll bring up 4th down. Tucker's kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit.
Right.
Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. The fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. Throwing on second and long. Hurts looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Now they go for on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on fourth, and the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Throwing is Jackson. And now here's another interception. Darius Slay with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a big 6 TD.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. And
oh, now they're going to fake it. And that is incomplete.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead, and oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. That one looks like he'll throw here.
And Hurts is intercepted, his third of the game.
Picked up by Marcus Williams.
And the Ravens are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38. And as this defense walks off the field, they should do so with their head